Hi, my name is Ashley Hamilton.
Naja Muhammad.
Abby Hunt.
Jackson Bartle.
Anthony Shields.
Jacob Hall.
Andrea Ladia. I'm a sophomore at Piscataway High School.
Musical is about actors in a Victorian theater putting on this play of the mystery of Edwin Drood.
It's a very meta musical.
It's about the person Drood being murdered, but you don't know who the murderer is. It's an interactive murder mystery.
Basically, the audience gets to choose who the murderer is throughout the story.
Yeah, but just know it's a mystery.
I play Rosabud, the so-called love interest of Edwin Drood.
Jasper, so he's like the obvious choice of the murderer.
I play Helena Landless, a Prussian murder suspect.
I play Edwin Drood.
I am Reverend Chris Barkle.
Marvel's Neville Landos.
I play the chairperson. He's like the narrator.
Make sure you come to the musical on March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It'll be amazing.
Get your tickets at booktix.com.
Hi, I'm your host Nisha from Music Mania. For today's episode, I'd like to recommend the album Honeymoon by Emma V. She is an emerging UK singer, songwriter, and producer. Honeymoon is an R&B/soul-centric album with a soothing melodic atmosphere. The album features her dynamic vocals and heavily jazz-influenced production. In total, the album leans towards being more mellow, but it never loses its entertaining and engaging quality, so I highly recommend taking some time to listen through it.
Hello PHS News, I'm Ty and I'm here with Matt and Ian.
Welcome to Hot Takes.
Since this is our first episode, I'll first explain how our show works. In Hot Takes, we take questions from our viewers and provide you with our best, most honest opinions.
So our first episode is today. Our first question is going to be, do you guys think that pineapple belongs on pizza?
Absolutely not.
With a lot of respect, Tysahn, I disagree because pineapple on pizza gives a different flavor. And it may sound weird at first, but I mean, don't knock it until you try it.
Look, to that, I'll just keep it brief. It's a weird combination to me. I can understand something like jalapenos on pizza, broccoli on pizza, but it's fruit on a pizza. It don't taste right to me. It's just not for me. You know what I'm saying?
Tysahn, I just think you're thinking about it a bit too much. If I thought about it before I ate it, I think it was probably weird too.
Hang on a minute. You're not thinking about what you're eating before you eat it?
Not really.
How are you not eating dirt or something?
Tysahn, whatever floats your boat, I think pineapple belongs on pizza, point blank period. Moving on though, for our next question, do you guys think that ketchup belongs on the fries or do you think the ketchup should be on the side?
How is that even a question? When I eat fries, I want to eat my fries. I don't want to get my hands messy.
Look, it's fries. It's salt, it's grease, it's on. You're gonna get your hands dirty anyway. You might as well throw something on there that's gonna add flavor to it.
Number one, salt doesn't get your hands dirty. That's particles. And when you put the ketchup directly on the fries, you don't get to choose how much ketchup you want on each fry. You know? For this, when you put the ketchup on the side, you could customize how much you. There's no point in even arguing about it.
If there's no point in arguing about it, then why is you still bargaining at me, dude? What are you saying?
All right, boys. That's enough for our first episode.
We'd like to thank our viewers and supporters for tuning in for today's episode. I guess.
This has been Hot Takes. We'll see you in the next one.
Welcome to this episode of Clubs at PHS. Today we have Ananya Gunter from Science National Honor Society, and she is here to talk about a recent service project event. Thanks for coming onto the show today, Ananya.
Thank you for having me.
I heard that Science National Honor Society was recently featured on CBS News. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure. So the event's called Lantern Liquidation Event. It's a funny name, but the overall objective is to make sure we eradicate this problem of invasive species in the East Coast. So what we did was we gathered all our SNHS members and said, hey, we have this issue, why don't we try to fix it? So after that, we called over a guest speaker from Branchbury Middle School, and she came over and taught us about what the actual problem was and why it's a problem. Then we let our members actually build these traps, and we hung them up on trees.
That sounds really interesting. Why don't we take a look at some highlights from the event? Wow, what a really great event that was. Thank you, Nanya, for coming onto the show, and I'll see you on the next episode of Clubs at PHS.